Marami ang tumaas ang kilay kung bakit nanalo itong si Bam at Kiko. Paano nangyari yon? Ako nung una nung nakita ko sa shit talagang gumana pala. Kasi naiisip ko noon na teka lang bakit parang hindi sila umaatake sa mga Duterte. I think that one of the key points is that hindi sila umatake sa mga Duterte, di ba? Nung nakaraan ay atake sila ng atake sa mga Duterte, which is kinamuhian talaga sila ng taong bayan. But this time, wala akong matandaan na umatake talaga sila sa mga Duterte, as in atake na hardcore ha. Wala talaga. So, ngayon, tignan natin itong opinion ng paborito kong Kifi. Maganda na, matalino pa. So, eto si Crisetio. Kasi I agree dito sa mga sinasabi niya why Bam and Kiko won. So, basahin natin itong sabi ng Kifi Chu. Okay. Why Bam and Kiko won? Hindi ko maintindihan bakit hindi maintindihan ng marami why Bam and Kiko won. At a time na walang ibang pambato ang anti-Marcos and anti-Duterte segment, they're the symbols of the anti-unity resistance. Tama nga naman. The kakamping vote has to go somewhere, right? That's a reliable 14 million. Tama naman. Binuhos na sa kanila ng kakamping ang votes kasi dalawa lang sila na sure win. Tama nga naman. Which is I think yung mga kakamping ay gusto nilang pumasok itong si Heidi Mendoza pero hindi pa rin pinalad. Tuloy natin. Binuhos na sa kanila to. And walang ibang kakamping senatorial candidates. Heidi Mendoza fumbled with her views. Luke Espiritu is not palatable to many kakampings. That's it. That's true naman. Plus, Bam was boosted by the INC black vote, which has never ever carried him before. Tama nga naman. I think it's the first time na binuhat ng INC itong si Bam Aquino. That's why I am a little irritated that many kakampings don't appreciate and recognize the INC vote for putting Bam there sa top 3. Sabi ng mga kakamping ko, hindi, dahil malakas kami, dahil nagkaisa kaming mga kakamping, pero hindi nila nakikita na yung ginawa ng INC is an strategic vote. I think kung maaalala ko, itong si Bam Aquino kasi, parang sinasabi niya na against din siya sa pagpapadala kunwari na mapadala si Pangulong Duterte sa The Hague. I think na ang naalala ko na isa sa kanya ay yung parang sabi niya na dito litisin sa ating bansa. Parang ganoon. I think INC considered that also. May mga bulong-bulungan na parang sabi nga nila pero this is just chismis na kinausap daw ng INC itong si Bam Aquino para ang vote niya sa impeachment ni Bibi Sara ay yun nga not guilty. So we'll see kung ano ba yung magiging galaw ni Bam dito, no? It makes sense. The kakamping vote is 14 million. The INC vote is about 5 million. Guesstimate as they don't release figures, but that's the number more or less. Yeah. And Bam was carried by Bangsamoro as well, so the 20 million votes very much makes sense. Tama nga naman. Kung titignan mo yung solid 14 million nila plus 5 million na estimated galing sa INC, pumapalo talaga na Bam Aquino was boosted talaga by INC. And take note, Bangsamoro din, no? If Bam and kakampings don't give credit where credit is due, last niya na to. So stop the arrogance and acknowledge para di kayo matalo. Yeah, tama nga naman. Kasi kung ipagpipilitan ng mga kakamping na walang silbi yung block voting ng INC, na kahit hindi nila nag-block vote kay Bam Aquino, mananalo pa rin siya. Which is, sa INC parang, teka lang, -1 ka sa amin. Ganun Parang ganun yung mangyayari. So, ang INC kasi, parang tinitignan nila yung mga past actions. Yun yung isa sa mahalaga na tinitingnan nila, yung mga past actions ng isang kandidato na lalong-lalo na kapag lumalapit sa kanila at humihingi ng suporta. Kiko got the Kakamping's vote plus Old Sharon fan votes plus BBM supporter votes, Bangsamoro votes, which isn't black vote. That's why he won't have the same number of BAM who is propped by a black vote. Tama nga naman kasi kung titingnan natin, itong si Kiko ay hindi sila magkapareho ng number of votes nitong si Bam Aquino, ni Kiko at ni Bam. So, it makes sense talaga na yung difference ay nandoon sa black vote ng INC at sa Bangsamoro. It makes sense. Di nyo gets ang math? It makes sense, sabi niya. I'm very sure as well, which is why I am okay with his win, that Bam will vote no impeachment for Sara. The INC very carefully, rigidly curated the 8 they chose. Ang galing-galing ng INC. Every vote made sense, even Bong Revilla. They for sure extracted promises. I think Bong accepted the INC vote and promising not to support the impeachment has already driven a wedge in the Lakas CMD leadership. Tama. Ako, I believe that Bam will fulfill his end of the bargain. There's no choice for him. Kaya si, di ba ang INC, alam naman natin, against impeachment. So, parang, I supported you, you support also us. Parang ganon, give and take lang yan. Siyempre, kung si Bam Aquino mag-vote siya ng guilty, ang INC against impeachment, minus point ka agad. Sa susunod yan, baka hindi ka na, hindi ka na buhatin. 5 million is 5 million vote, guys. Isa pa, I watched that video where Bam said in an older interview that he was not favor of PRRD being tried in The Hague. When I saw that, I understood the INC support. O, di ba sabi ko kanina, meron akong naalala na parang video na parang interview. Si Bam Aquino ay against nga sa pag-try kay dating Paulo Duterte sa The Hague. And more come to think, Bam was never really aggressive against the Dutertes, which made him a more palatable kakamping to support. See? Sabi ko kanina na wala akong major na nakita na this campaign period or all throughout si Bam hindi talaga siya aggressive. Maging si Kiko, hindi siya aggressive sa mga Duterte. Which is I think yun yung nagpa-boss din sa kanya. And lastly, it makes me smile that Marcoses might throw their eliminated the Aquinos. But here is Bam. You have to remember that the ultimate nemesis of the Marcoses is the Aquino and how we have an Aquino again. Tama. Nakaupo ang Marcoses pero bumalik yung isang Aquino. Malaking dagok yun sa kung gaano pa kalakas ang mga Marcoses. Imagine sila na yung presidente. Siyempre presidente ngayon. Kontrolado pa yung kung yung House of Representatives. At masasabi natin na yung Senate President hawak din ng administrasyon. Pero meron pa ring Aquino na lumusot at eto nga in power again. And if Bam honors their legacy, he will stand behind their principles and not to be a Marcos Romualdez tuta. Kiko is, and this is my opinion based on observation, the secret BBM candidate. Yeah, it makes sense kasi nga nakikita natin sila sa mga events. He was being promoted by BBM supporters, never Bamdo. Yeah. So he will be very pro-Sara impeachment. He will be along with Risa, the troublemaker in the Senate, which is also basta wag lang siyang magpakatuta kay Romualdez. Tama nga naman. He did not get the INC votes, so he is just number 5. To be honest, I don't think he is even the number 5. Pasok pero more than 7-12. But as I said, I have my suspicions that he is BBM candidate as he's been going to the events of BBM, his wife Sharon's cotons to the Marcoses, and he's being promoted by the BBM supporters. Di ba nga, meron tayong picture, may kumalat pa na picture na sa isang concert na magkakasama si Sharon, si Kiko, si Lisa, at saka si Bongbong. Yun. All in all, I am contented with the Senate lineup when I think some PDP Laban senators should be there. So, tingnan natin to. Bongo is for Sara, Bam is for Sara, Bato for Sara, Tulfo for impeachment, Kiko for impeachment, Marcoleta for Sara, Ping, hindi ko sure daw, Tito for impeachment, Pia for Sara, Camille for Sara, Lito Lapid, di ko sure, pero para sa akin, ano to? For impeachment yan. I miss Sara. So 7 out of 12 isn't bad as Sara only needs 9. And we already have Robin, Mig Subiri, Alan Peter Cayetano, these senators like Manny Villar, and marami pa who are just looking at how things unfold. There's Joel Villanueva as well, but we can't really say for sure. Yeah, for Joel Villanueva, 50-50 ako dyan. I'm sorry, we did not get all 10, but we also know that kulang sa oras ipakilala yung iba. Lambino, Hinlo, Vic Rodriguez needed to be introduced more. Bondok need to show her he's not just an artista. Ipe doesn't have the track record of public service that he could use to convince others. So if he is serious about it, he should work now. Pastor's charges are very serious to he need to able to win his cases ASAP and rerun. Pero ano na, di ba medyo matandaan si Kibuloy din na, yeah. It's okay. 2028 is in 3 years. A lot of time to build. And most importantly, this. The result shows that BBM and Martin no longer have the power they used to have. Tama. Wala na. Kasi kung nasa admin ka, at least man lang makuha mo yung at least hindi ganito catastrophic yung result, no? Yung mga nanalong senators like Tulfo, Soto, Lapid, and Lacson are senators who would have won otherwise, as they have their own brand already. They would have won even if they run independent. Tama nga naman, si Tulfo, si Erwin may pangalan na din. Nandyan yung kapatid niyang nagbuboost sa kanya. Si Soto, meron na siyang solid supporters, baging si Lacson. So, kahit hindi siguro sila, ang point dito, kahit hindi sila sumama sa alyansa, mananalo pa rin sila. So, technically, hindi nila kailangan yung alyansa to win. Yun yung ibig niya sabihin dito. So, it makes sense na sinasabi ni Kifi na yung power nila Marcos at nila BBM at Martin Romualdez ay wala na. Di ba napaka-powerful nila dati, pero sa result na to na nakikita natin, I agree with the Kifi na yung power nila ay wala na. Hindi na ipanalo ni BBM ang mga senators na manok niya, yung mga umasa sa powers niya to win like Abalos, Tolentino, Pacquiao, and Abi Binay. Correct. And take note, Tolentino, I think Tolentino is tumakbo siya bilang senator na Pinklawan, sa Pinklawan slate noon, natalo. Tumakbo siyang senator sa slate ni Pangulong Duterte, nanalo. Ngayon tumakbo siya sa alyansa, under alyansa, talo. So, ito kasi yung history ni Tolentino na siya talaga yung political butterfly talaga. Talon ng talon siya. Tingnan nyo, nung si Noynoy ang presidente, kumapit siya sa kanya, talo. Nung si Pangulong Duterte ang nasa kapangyarihan, ay ang tinakbuhan niya, panalo. Tapos nung dito kay Marcos, talo. Di ba? Very good example of political butterfly. Talon ng talon, gaya ng mga ibang vloggers dyan, na patalon-talon. In short, nobody who won will fully credit their win to BBM, much less Romualdez. Pero Sara pulled up her 2 candidates. That's the power of Sara. 2 lang yung candidates niya. Hindi widely popular at the beginning, both Amy and Camille. Nag-start sa bottom 15 onwards, pero look, kasama sa Magic 12. That's the power of Sara. You shouldn't not discount. Well, dito sa nangyari nga na mga resulta, we cannot deny that Sara is very strong and very powerful pagdating ng 2028 national election. I think there is a bigger chance that Sara Duterte, if she runs, will be the next president. And I think she has to run as president and win the presidency. Lalo na kung yung case ni PRRD sa The Hague ay hindi ma-resolve within this next 3 years. She has to win also for that. She has to run also for that. She will be the President of the Philippines and malaki yung magiging pagbabago ulit. Lalong-lalo na dito sa usapin ng kaso ng kanyang ama. So, ano sa tingin nyo guys? Kiko and Bam, sino kaya dito yung magiging sakit sa ulo natin sa sa Senado? I think it's more on Kiko. Bam, I think will medyo maglalaylo siya ng kaunti. So, yun lang. Bye-bye.